Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube tutorial for PTE preparation. I am Sandeep Kumar and I have more than 10 years of teaching and professional experience. I have taken the PTE examination multiple times to understand the pattern and I have also achieved a perfect score of 90 in all the sections. The PTE exam has got 4 sections: speaking, writing, reading and listening. Speaking and writing are bundled together in a single section in the actual exam. In a series of videos, I would cover all the sections of the PTE exam. Please subscribe to our channel to receive notifications on new video uploads. In this video, I would concentrate on the speaking section. The speaking section has got 5 subsections: read aloud, repeat sentences, describe image, retell lecture, and short questions. In this video, I would cover the read aloud subsection. Read aloud is a very important section of the PTE speaking exam. Your chances of scoring above 79 would depend upon doing well in this section. Remember, you might be a very good speaker, but still you might not get a very good score because you do not follow the pattern that the software expects. In this video, I will focus on the read aloud subsection of the reading segment. Before we do some examples of read aloud, let us go through a few important tips. Firstly, please do not read very slowly. Many PTE teachers will tell you to read the content at a slow pace and use up your entire 40 seconds. Please do not do that. If you want to score above 79, please read swiftly but correctly. Pronounce each word clearly without being too slow. Do not try to imitate the accent of a native speaker. Please speak in your own accent but pronounce the words correctly. Now, I'll do an example in which, in the first attempt, I'll read it at a slow pace. In the second attempt, I'll read the same paragraph at a swift pace. Please try to follow the second attempt. Plainly, an apology is not a meaningless ritual. Our everyday life is replete with apologies. This is not surprising. Humans derive comfort from relationships. Our own sense of self-esteem depends on how others assess us, and that in turn depends on how we treat them. And yet, our daily interactions with family, friends, colleagues, subordinates, and even the wider community in which we live are beset with blunders. And now I'll show you how I read in my PTE exams to achieve a score of 90 in the speaking section. Plainly, an apology is not a meaningless ritual. Our everyday life is replete with apologies. This is not surprising. Humans derive comfort from relationships. Our own sense of self-esteem depends on how others assess us, and that in turn depends on how we treat them. And yet, our daily interactions with family, friends, colleagues, subordinates, and even the wider community in which we live are beset with blunders. So this is the way how I read for my PTE exams. You could have noted that I read a little fast, but at the same time I tried to pronounce each word distinctly. This is what you need to do. Reading very slowly in an attempt to allow the software to recognize each word correctly will not fetch you very high marks. Now after this we'll do a few more examples where I'll read a couple of paragraphs for you. The fact that the science is difficult and the results disputed does not mean there isn't a right and a wrong answer. Just because experts disagree in good faith does not mean that they are all equally likely to be right. Tobacco is in fact a lethal drug.
The world is in fact warming very dangerously as a result of human actions. But the process by which scientists reach consensus on these matters is slow and prone to misinterpretation from the outside. Modern football originated in Britain in the 19th century. Since before medieval times, folk football games had been played in towns and villages according to local customs and with a minimum of rules. Industrialization and urbanization, which reduced the amount of leisure time and space available to the working class, combined with a history of legal prohibitions against particularly violent and destructive forms of folk football, to undermine the game's status from the early 19th century onward. So, this is how you should be reading in your PTE speaking exam. Please like and subscribe my channel and also let me know your comments. Thank you.